can structure our governance system in a post-capitalist society, how we can have a real grassroots democracy where all of the decision-making is in our hands. What we make, how we produce it, what kind of things, what kind of communities we want to live in, what kind of products do we want to have made for ourselves, that we make ourselves. And that is an idea that people want, I think, but no one's really kind of articulated it at this point. And that's what we're about. I represent a group called People for a New Society. Sometimes it's known as PFANS. PFANS. People for a New Society. We have a website you can go to. And these charts up here are just a basic graphic illustration of how we may organize ourselves as the workers, the 99 percenters, into managing our own economy, running our own economy, and trying to create the kind of world we want, us. We are the working class, and no matter what station in the wage system you may occupy right now, you might consider yourself middle class, or upper middle class, or lower middle class, or the working poor, whatever. If you have to sell your labor power to any owner, and you don't own the means of production, and you receive a wage, salary, or commission, you are a worker. The highest paid baseball player, he's still a worker because he's producing more wealth for his team owner than he receives in salary, even though he might be making $5 million. So this idea is we, the workers, we, the working class, can manage our own affairs. We don't need a hierarchy. We don't need senators and presidents and so on and corporate leaders, any kind of hierarchical structure. We don't need to have that to manage our own affairs. We get up every morning, every day, and we go out and we make this city run. We make this country run. We run the factories. Right now, today, we don't own them. We don't have any say-so in what we're making or any kind of how we're going to structure that process. We just go, do our work, get our wage, which is only a portion of the value of the product we've actually produced. The rest goes to profit after expenses for the owner, and we're left out. We may get enough in a wage to buy back a portion of our product, but it's never enough. We're falling behind, always falling behind. The wages in this country have fallen behind since the 1970s. They fell so far behind that people couldn't buy anything anymore. So credit cards were introduced by the banks. They knew the wages were down, so let's put it on hock. Let's put those workers in hock, and we have. Now we're in debt personally. So we're losing all out at all times, economically. So why? Because we don't have control over the industries, what's made, what's produced, how it's produced. We don't get full value for the products that we ourselves produce, and we have no say-so. So this model here is, let's say we all got together and we, in our minds, we elected enough people who thought about this goal in our Congress, using our democratic process, and we use the amendment clause of the Constitution, Article 5, to actually vote out capitalism, abolish it. We abolish slavery through the amendment process. We abolish booze through the amendment process, the Prohibition Amendment. We repealed it later. But we have that power to amend the Constitution. So we could, if we had the majority thinking about a new way of doing things, we could actually legally change the system, the economic system. There's nothing in the Constitution or the Declaration of Independence or any of our great documents that mentions the word capitalism. But we've been led to believe that capitalism and democracy are essential truths that have to be seen working together. You can't have one without the other. And we want to show everyone that you can have democracy without capitalism. You can